Now, I know you got the right to, representation, but goddamn, when it came to having this bond hearing for Guillermo Gomez Buenostro, it was incredible that, okay, so you have this Guillermo, Gomez Buenostro. He admitted to stabbing and killing Oscar Garcia Gomez, which was letting him stay at his house. Guillermo Gomez Buenostro is also not a naturalized citizen. So this is, a foreigner, an unnaturalized foreigner. And so the idea that we're going to let him get out of jail. We're going to let him get out of jail for what? What would be a okay bond for him? $1 million? If you gave him $1 million bond, would he show? I mean, my God, he literally had blood on his hands. He's drunk as hell. He admitted to all of it. The knife was right there. So there's no getting out of him actually murdering, Oscar Gomez Garcia. There's no, he definitely killed the person. Now, the only question is, does he have a strong enough claim of self-defense? Does he have a strong enough claim of self-defense in order to, beat the charges? As a Karan, there are, 10. He gets to the proof evident hearing is coming up on February 8th. Then there's a disposition hearing, then an arraignment, then a motions hearing, then a pretrial readiness conference, and then the jury trial, and then sentencing, depending on how that goes. Now, there's some people here that says ex hemos justia para Oscar ese psicopata lo asesino y tiene que pegar. Ese infeliz es el mentado crisi y quarimos justia para mi primo Oscar Garcia. There's Violeta Garcia. She says he's guilty all the way. He killed Oscar. Oscar had welcomed him into his home when nobody else would take him in or help him at all. The Memo, people said he was Memo. This is how Memo pays him back. He left a 5-year-old without a father and a wife without her husband back home in Mexico, and the family's broken, all because of a drug addict that went crazy and decided to murder Oscar, who had helped him out. And he hopes, and we truly hope and pray to God there be justice and that he'll be charged with murder. Pedimos que pueg su asino loco psicopata que no queda en pun su muerte justia para nuestro hermano. We ask for justice for Oscar Garcia, that his death does not go unpunished, for that the murder of Oscar Garcia pays. We ask for justice. The Spanish that I read, that was Sylvia Garcia. We ask that this crazy psychopath murderer pay, that his death does not go unpunished. Justice for our brother. Then the unhappy man is the aforementioned Cressy. And we want justice for my cousin Oscar Garcia. And we demand justice for Oscar. That psychopath murdered him, and he has to pay. So clearly, there's people that think that he's clearly guilty. Now, it was crazy, this bail bond hearing. They said that, they said they were arguing about music, and Alexis went to the bathroom. Oscar told Memo that he was going to kill Alexis. And then, I guess, Alexis is the third person. Memo pulled the knife out of the victim's waistband of his pants and proceeded to stab the victim in the side of the throat, pointing to the right side. Anyways, this bail bond hearing, their senator, Leanne Hamilton, the public defender, is saying that, he's got a good job at a taco, Tacos El Tapatio in West Cliff. He was working very hard and very appreciative and excited for the opportunity there. Said he also had a girlfriend in Denver, and then said, according to CPAT and the risk assessment that we do, Mr. Gomez Buenostro is a low risk in terms of public safety and court appearances. That's some bullshit. So good thing that the judge made a good, choice. Lynette Winter says we're going to have a no hold a no bond hold, so he doesn't even have a bond. And then that he says no way that she could feel comfortable with Gomez Buenostro if he was out on any kind of bond at this point. She also issued a no contact order prohibiting him from having any contact with Almanza, and then a proof evident hearing was scheduled for February 8th. So, yeah, damn, he's definitely, he definitely has blood on his hands. He was definitely drunk. Now, there's a third witness, and the story, the details, it's not crystal clear. They were drunk, and he had the knife in his waistband, and he was slumped over. So, Oscar Garcia didn't have the knife, and he wasn't attacking him. But he's going to say that he was threatened. He threatened to kill him, and Almanza in their sleep, and then also threatened to kill his mother or something back in Mexico. So, Almanza would know that. So that testimony with Almanza is going to be absolutely crucial to, the jury trial that's going to be inevitable. Last but not least, I'm going to read all the victims' rights. So if you're the victim, if you're Oscar Garcia's family or friends, you all have the right to all these things. The family of Oscar Garcia has a right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to be free from intimidation, harassment, or abuse throughout the criminal justice process, the right to be informed and present for all critical stages of the criminal justice system, the right to receive a free copy of the initial incident report, the right to be informed of when the convict is going to be released or escapes from jail or is pardoned, the right to be heard at any court proceeding, the right to be informed of the final disposition of the case, the right to restitution, the right to filing civil charges in some circumstances, the right to view the pre-sentence report of the probation department, the right to obtain any incident recording, CRS 2431-902, the right to receive any property back, the right to be informed of the availability of financial assistance and community services for victims, the right to be informed about restorative justice practices, the right to be in a secure waiting room in court, the right to be informed of STD testing in some circumstances, the right to not testify on work location, home address, phone number, or other locating information, the right to receive a copy of a sex offender registration termination hearing, the right to keep Social Security number private and redacted, the right to receive a copy of a victim impact statement form. So those are the victim's rights. Those are rights. Those are constitutionally protected. So those are the rights. The criminally accused have rights, but the victims have rights too. Which, of course, they do. What would be the point of the criminal justice system if we're not protecting the damn victims? That's the whole point. That's what begins the entire criminal justice system. Is there's victim, right? And then there's 911 call, and then there's an arrest, right? Typically, that's how it works. So, yeah, Jesus Christ. What'd you do, man? R.I.P. Oscar Garcia. It does look to me like the guy is guilty of murdering the guy. He could have, thought about it for a second and maybe not done it. You could have taken a step back and said, well, maybe we're drunk and we're kind of getting, a little out of control, or take a breath. You're not the biggest, strongest, funniest, best looking person in the goddamn world. People piss you off. People are dicks. Take a breath. And it pisses me off too because dude was helping dude. And I haven't had many people help me, so it just sucks because dude was helping dude, and then all of a sudden, we're all drinking and trying to, get along and make it all this work, and that is bullshit. This is how you repay us? Jesus Christ, man, it'd been better if... So, R.I.P. Oscar Garcia. The victims have rights. The accused have rights. It's all going to come down to a jury trial. And so if you're the victims, you got to put on, the best case possible, compile all the evidence that you can compile, and then, put on the best case that you can put on, get as many witnesses, impact statements, whatever, and photos and video and maybe character witnesses. You got to make the best case possible. And this public defender seems pretty strong. So the prosecution is going to need help, and since the victims have rights, the victims can call the prosecution and say, hey, I want to look at the incident report, or, whatever. So, RIP, Oscar Garcia. Hopefully you get some justice, man. Peace.